Ready adjacent.
Are we live? I'm going to guess that we're live. Okay. I'm hearing that we're live. So, hi, everybody. Welcome to Final Show Films, where we're live. We're doing this live here tonight to tell you some live stories. These stories are told by living people who are alive. And we are made possible by the living donations of several other live people. You can be part of that group of living, live, donating live people if you go to our Patreon over on patreon.com/FSFilms while you're alive. And we'd like to, of course, thank our living $25 tier supporters who are such living live people, such as Cat Waterflame, Samantha Bates, Trevian Alexander, and L. Who L is the first letter in the word live.
Makes it sound like a vampire cult.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a vampire cult, Mara, in that we're all very much alive here, and you don't have to worry about it because everybody here is alive and will be alive when you're watching this in the future, hopefully. Very, very much live here. Anyway, let's have some live credits.
Oh, man.
And we're live.
Just like I've been saying. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's me. I'm Jack. I'm your storyteller tonight, and we're playing In Grove or Green, the Changeling the Lost Chronicle, run here on Final Show Films. As your storyteller, it is my great delight to introduce you to our full cast of players and characters this evening, starting with Sen.
Hi, I'm alive. In a couple of different significant ways. And I'm playing Akushin, the metal flesh blood brute ogre man.
There you go.
Other things. I don't know how this works anymore.
And Holly.
Hi.
Has been a while for you.
I'm Holly. I'm not alive, but I am here, and I am playing Lark Beast One Wing.
Absolutely. And Mara.
Hi, I'm Mara. I'm dead inside, and I'm playing Liz, the Wizened Oracle.
And William or Shani.
Hi, I'm William Rashani, and I am playing Phage, the Ogre Gristle Grinder.
And Julia.
Hi, I'm Julia, a zombie cosplaying as a live person, and I am playing Alana Spencer, the Ferris Dancer.
And Schrodinger's RPG player who is both alive and dead inside the box at the same time, Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Jeremy, and I know that I'm alive because I am drinking.
There you go.
I'm playing.
I drink before I am.
Vampires are dead and also drinking.
You don't know me. I played Megan Lansing, Draconic Ferris.
Amazing.
How La Sombra of a response of you.
And last time in
Clearly,
Baltimore,
I am drinking something. I can't be dead.
last
Goes
time
outside,
in Baltimore,
vomits it up later.
the Motley Unlikely was attacked by the Hunter of the Hedge, a figure responsible for a spate of killings across the city and now working for the true Fae known as the Queen of Ogian. In the mix of violence, many of the Motley were injured, and Megan got accidentally stabbed in the eye hole by Liz before the adversary was ultimately killed. Dragging all the fallen and wounded indoors, the motley started the work of field medicine, not noticing until too late that the hunter's corpse had vanished back into the hedge, leaving only a pile of green leaves behind. A little later, Carl Stitches showed up after being called with a commandeered ambulance and managed to save Megan's eye and tend to the rest of the motley, concluding the treatments in a conversation with Les. Meanwhile, Alana spoke with Larkin Barnaby about the tension she's under and was offered some potentially unsolicited advice about personal priorities. But the moment concluded as the motley discovered a parchment in the pile of leaves left by the hunter, simply reading "Third time's the charm," and Phage learned that her girlfriend Paige's whereabouts are currently unknown, as a radio behind the bar in the night gallery clicks on. The blood's not dried and loss is in the wind, as thoughts lie focused on who worst has sinned, for grief is fresh, and bitter is the taste, and heavy lies the crown so foul misplaced. As Megan, your phone rings.
Yep. I'm currently probably just getting outside.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the phone, answer it. Hello?
So you're on board.
Yes, I'm on board.
All right.
Give me the information.
You've got the address.
Yes, you texted it, right?
Need to, yeah.
Okay.
Need to make sure that those there get a message. Leaving everybody fast asleep is fine. We don't need to be digging any holes necessarily.
Good, I wasn't planning on it.
Okay. Well, if we understand each other that way. And then, of course, picking up the item requested. And you can deliver that back to me. The item in this case being there was a message in the text about getting a ring off of somebody there.
Okay. Do you know specifically who has it? Which
Marshall.
one I should be? Okay.
I'm sure they can introduce you with the proper impetus applied.
Got it.
You can go solo or group. I don't really care if you've got subcontractors. But you're the point of contact on this.
How many people am I looking at?
No more than half a dozen.
Okay. Odds they're armed?
I'd say likely.
Odds they're armed with ranged, so to speak.
Piece or two, probably.
Okay. All right, if I know anything else before I do it. Time frame.
End of the weekend. No later than Sunday night.
And out of character tonight is...
This is Friday evening.
Okay, couple days.
Yeah. So yeah, you've effectively got 48 hours from this phone call.
Got it. If I need to know more, I'll give you a call.
And the message can be delivered verbally, of course, which would imply that at least some of them are walking away.
Specifically, what is the message? Because I don't think that was clear.
That's in the text as well, because basically the second line was, get Marshall's gold ring and tell them Jack Verdant sent you.
Jack Verdant, okay. Alrighty.
All right. Looking forward to getting that item. Money will be in the account.
All right. I'll hang up.
And he Venmos you $450.
Okay. And Alana's outside, correct?
Yep, sitting on the stairs.
She's actually like a bit away from the main like entrance, just pressed up against the side of the building, knees to chest, just crying.
I will notice her, obviously. I'm assuming you're not being sneaky.
No.
Yeah. Walk over and sort of drop into a crouch. Hey. I'm getting out of here. I'm going home. Do you want to come with?
I think I want to go back to the mansion tonight.
Okay.
And she's just gonna wrap you in a hug.
Mm-hmm. You're okay.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
I'm really glad you're okay.
I'm fine. I promise.
Says the woman with the massive gauze
Yes.
patch over her dominant eye, wrapped in bindings to hold it there.
I need to get out of here before I start yelling again.
Let me know when you make it home.
I will, absolutely. Give you a squeeze and get up, and I'm calling an Uber
Okay.
because one-eyed people should not ride motorcycles, and even Megan understands that.
Proud of Megan.
One-eyed
Alright.
drunk people should definitely not ride motorcycles.
That
Yeah.
she
Meanwhile,
was
back
drinking for a couple
inside,
hours.
Barnaby kind of looks around. By the way, where's El Diablo Segador anyway?
What?
They disappeared back into the hedge. I'm
Who?
assuming they're
That's
not dead.
not who I'm talking about.
Sorry. Saying it in Spanish threw me off there for a second.
The demon
Okay.
lawnmower.
Akujin clearly has Hispanic heritage.
Yes.
Oh, Akajan isn't here.
Yeah.
As far as I know, he's out on patrol.
We should maybe let him know what happened. There's a lot of stuff happening. Are you okay? She'll look at Phage.
Who has just punched her fist through a table.
Yeah. I mean, I know you're not okay, but
Ask me that in about 3 hours.
okay. All right, Lark's gonna take out phone and call Akajan. I don't even know what Barnaby called him.
The Devil Reaper.
Yep.
Well,
That.
He called him the demon lawnmower, but that's a sound effect.
What did I say?
No,
That works too.
Segador is like something that mows something. So it
So-
could
right,
it
it's
could
a
be
reaper,
it could be
harvester.
reaper, but it could also just as easily be lawnmower.
Be lawnmower. What's your name?
Yeah, it's a harvester kind of thing, yeah.
Sorry, Akijin, your lawnmower from now on.
I mean, hey, sometimes everything just needs to be cut down to a nice even level.
You know, that famous feel-good narrative, Lawnmower Man.
Where am I at? I'm getting a call.
So you have just left a meeting where you have signed the paperwork that makes you the owner of a particular premises across from a trod entrance.
So just like walking down on the street, pulling out a cigarette with one hand and shaking his other hand, just thinking to himself, how can signing papers hurt my wrist more than swinging a sword? Put cigarette in mouth, light it, phone rings. Hello?
Hi. It occurs to me you're not here.
What happened?
Everything bad. Literally everything bad.
Who's dead?
No one's dead, though Megan and I got kind of close.
Okay, so not
Uh,
everything bad.
I was attacked by the whatever that thing is, the Van Helsing, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
We thought we killed it. I'm pretty sure that it escaped into the hedge, even though we had a lifeless body, but it's gone.
No. With us.
Hey
lifeless
Jack, I
bodies
have
don't
a
mean
question
anything,
for
so-
you.
We're all heavily injured, and pretty sure that Paige was just taken.
Where are you at?
We're at the comments.
Is everyone there?
Some of us are leaving to go back to homes and get rest.
All right, be there in a minute.
All right.
Johnny, what's the question?
You noted the Thunderbore as an 1860 Colt Army revolver.
Uh-huh.
Black powder only started phasing out of firearms in the 1860s. Is this gun technically capable of firing black powder munitions?
I believe the 1860 is a cartridge-based revolver. So they would be hard to find, but you can buy bullets for it, absolutely.
My question was, is this a weapon capable of firing hand-forged iron rounds?
Potentially, if you can make them.
Cool.
Oh, no, it's percussion cap and ball. That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it would need special loads, but yeah, you could.
You know, you just need somebody that knows how to work.
I could load this with hand iron. Good.
Potentially.
But yeah, I will get on my bike and head to the commons.
All right. Sounds good. So, who is still there when Oxygen arrives, assuming about a 15-minute commute across the city?
I'm assuming not.
Yeah,
Lark-
no, you were
At
calling
some
an
point, the
Uber.
Uber showed up.
Lark will stay until Oxygen gets there.
Uber's been stuck in traffic for 30 minutes.
Okay.
Because
Lark and
unfortunately,
Barnaby-
Megan left before certain pieces of information were revealed.
Liz doesn't have a car anymore, so she's here.
Your car still runs.
It doesn't?
Yeah,
Oh.
you didn't destroy the car.
Oh,
you
okay.
ran
I thought
into
it was-
you ran
I
into
thought
a
it was just-
newspaper stand.
Okay.
There's a
didn't
big
know how
hole
much
in the
that did.
windshield.
Okay.
But yeah, no, it takes
Okay.
more than running over a newspaper kiosk to kill a muscle car
Excellent.
9 times
Beautiful.
out of 10.
I
Like,
love that.
the bumper's a bit dented, and there's a hole and there's a hole in the windshield, but otherwise it's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
You will 100% get pulled over.
You'll find out.
100%.
We'll find out.
You just put a
Because
guy-
it looks like it was used in the commission of a crime.
Yeah,
it really
wasn't-
does.
need to talk
No,
to
I'm
Liz
still
about
there.
driving around in vehicles that look like evidence.
I would question how much you can actually see out of that window unless you're peeking just out the hole.
Depends
Yeah.
on where you hit, honestly.
There was
how far the cracked spider webs depends on where the shot hit.
yeah, pretty much dead center right into the driver's chest.
Oh,
So you know,
It's probably not drivable then because you definitely can't see anything.
right.
No, that's the
windshield
problem.
replaced.
It's still drivable.
I
It's
would
just
have
not.
like
It's just not operational here.
I would have
reversible.
moved the car because it's sort of in the middle. It's like in an angle. It's
Oh
sort of
yeah,
in the middle of
no,
the street.
we can
I
we can
would've-
assume you moved
Yeah.
the car from
So I know it's
obstructing
movable.
traffic.
Okay, good, excellent.
Honestly, yeah, no, driving it in reverse is probably the safest method of driving it right now
Okay,
because the back windshield is fine.
Yeah.
Nobody tell Liz that.
okay.
No,
I
Liz
figured
doesn't
that out
even
by
need to be
myself.
told. You can listen.
I can tell
Liz
that.
is honestly
Discovers that when
very
she goes to move
aware
it, yeah.
of visibility of things. Given that she only has one eye, she pays attention to what
That's
can
fair.
be seen.
hmm
That's
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah, and you can see out the back pretty darn well. Front,
Okay,
much less so.
all right.
So I get there.
Uh-huh.
I forget if there's a no smoking policy in the commons, but I am in flagrant disregard of that as I come in.
Alana would probably still be outside at this point.
Oh, so Alana,
Akajin.
long drag of the cigarette. How are you doing?
Glare. Not good. But I'm alive, I guess that's what matters, right?
Depends on who you ask.
We're such a happy group.
Everybody else is inside. Megan went home.
So why are you out here?
It needed some space. There was conversation in there that I wasn't ready for, and I don't think I'm going to be ready to ever actually have the conversation with myself. So I just walked out because I'm good at doing that.
Yeah. Most of this motley is. Another long drag of the cigarette.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no problem saying things.
I'm talking about how most of the motley's good at walking out. Proof it positive, Megan. Well, for what it's worth, most conversations that you need to have, you'll never be ready for them.
I think my grandma told me that once.
Yeah,
Wish I could fucking remember it.
funny. My abuelo also told me that. I think it's a grandma thing.
It has to be.
Paige is actually really bad at walking out, as has been recently proven.
Legit.
I mean, you had an easy enough time when you walked out leaving her with presumably someone's fetch.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and say that. We found out who's dying this season, folks.
Akurin didn't say that. That was me.
Ascend, put down the shovel. Lana's gonna stand up, brush herself off. Come on, everybody's inside.
Lead the way.
She will head back in.
Drop the cigarette, stomp it out, pull another one out, light it, follow after.
All right. So Alana and Akujin come back in. Megan, you are headed home, you said?
Correct.
Okay. Megan's going to go get some rest, apparently.
What time of day is it?
It's like evening, I'm pretty sure.
We're talking early evening at this point, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because Carl Stitches had to do like 8 hours of surgery.
Oh, wait. Yeah, no, shit. It is well
Yeah,
past
no,
dark. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I thought.
Forgot how long those extended rolls were, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, the phone call was near the end. Was like almost at 5 o'clock. You had established was when Paige had.
That's
called
right. Oh, that's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was
Yeah,
right
we had
when
pushed.
Paige
We had.
should have been getting
we-
off work.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, at this point, you're pushing early evening. Then, yeah, 5:30, 6 o'clock. Mm.
So, following Alana to the others. All right. So, no one's dead. What happened?
Got attacked.
Yeah. More
Paige
than that
got-
happened, though.
Paige got taken.
Yeah.
I was outside leaving, and Lark came out,
Was chasing after her.
and then it showed up, and
It shot me
it can like shoot
twice. Yes.
She.
bits of wood like a bullet.
Yes, she.
Okay. So, ranged attacks, good to know. You okay? Looking at Lark.
Lark looks like she has been run over by a truck and is using Barnaby for all of her support right now.
I was gonna say it. Pretty much all of us look like shit.
Yeah, Akujin still asks that anyways because A, he's bad at judging people, and B, he looks like that a lot and is fine. So
Yeah, I'm great. I could do backflip right now.
cool.
Don't.
He asked a
But-
stupid question.
And yeah. Mhm.
So I laid on the horn and everyone came out, and it was a lot of chaos.
Yep.
And I hit Megan in the eye with a pen, and Megan killed her under there, and she'll indicate under the chin, like through the throat. And we took the body inside, and it started growing, and it disappeared. The table cracked. She'll indicate the table in the commons that is
Yep. So
currently
there's
in two
this
pieces.
table that's busted in half, basically right down the middle, and there's this big pile of green leaves, roughly like 4 or 5 feet long, about a foot and a half wide.
Table with the leaves.
The leaves.
Are they recognizably from the hedge, or are they something else?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Those don't look like this side leaves.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Mhm.
But
Are you
Carl Stitches.
sorry, wild question. Like with certain types of plants in the real world, are you able to identify where in the hedge plants or certain leaves might come from?
Sometimes if like the hedge rangers can do that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, Oxygen will interject. Have we asked any rangers about the leaves?
This all recently happened.
Cool. Again, I'm completely out of the loop, so. All right, sorry, continue, Liz.
No, that's kind of it.
Okay. So Megan got jabbed in the eye with a pin, killed it. It went away. Presumably it's not dead anymore. Or
Hmm.
reclaimed by the hedge. There'll be a new one, something, whatever.
And then a note. Where did the note come from again? Was it dropped, or
It
was
was
it
in the
with
pile
the
of leaves.
in there's a note in the leaves.
You actually still have it in your hand. Because you're the one that picked it up, I think.
I think I gave it to Phage.
Oh, okay.
What did it say?
Third time's the charm.
All right.
And I
And
think
he's-
Oxygen was there for the other 2 incidents where the queen, when she confronted Paige and Phage in the crosswalk, said first, and then Phage later found a note that said second.
Yeah. So third, 7 or it's not 7, 5 more. Five more
Or
to
it's
come.
the third attempt. To...
No, third attempt to take Paige. Third time's the charm.
I don't know though.
Oh.
Maybe. That's right.
Because they tried twice before, and this time we were all distracted.
Okay. So where's Megan now?
I think she went home.
She did.
Alana was the last one to talk to her.
By herself?
She asked if I wanted to go with her. I kind of wanted some space from her.
So
Yes.
we're just
Yes.
all right. So what's the plan?
There was some yelling.
There always is. So what's the plan now?
Or we'll look at Paige.
It was not there.
Oh,
Where
where
did
is
Paige
it?
go off to?
So in the process of everyone talking, there's a pile of food left where Phage was sitting, but Phage is not sitting there anymore because she has been moving between the courtrooms and delegating and having conversations with people. She's been up and about this entire time.
Okay. Any particular orders or delegations that she's focusing on, or that need to be on the books?
One, she needed to speak with Sonata, who was supposed to be on the way, about getting into contact with Winter because of information that needs to be gathered and things that need to be worked on there. Then Sammy Blossoms is the summer contact.
Mm-hmm.
And she needed to to get them up to speed on the situation with the hunter from the hedge.
Okay. Yeah, all of these people are either present or reachable.
And basically she is updating the keyhole on the situation, the important people in the keyhole in the situation, and getting rangers out looking for potential places the hunter might have vanished off to, any potential sign of the queen's forces or activities in the hedge, so on and so forth.
All right, roll me a manipulation and politics for the sort of external. What court goodwills do you have?
I have goodwill with Summer.
Okay. So go ahead and make one for Summer. That'll be manipulation politics plus half of your goodwill.
I only have one. Is a minimum one.
You can round up on that one. That'll get you a +1.
4.
Okay. All right. So you get Summer updated. Getting in touch with Winter. Go ahead and give me manipulation politics -2 for that one. It's now a full -3 because you got Sonata in your corner there. What are you trying to get? Are you trying to talk to anybody or role specifically in Winter, or just notify them or ask for a favor? What are we going for
I'm
with
trying
Winter
to
here?
get a meeting with literally. I am trying to see if the Winter Sovereign will be willing to have a meeting, also noting that I have character whose name I am forgetting for some reason's journal.
Oh, Mira.
I have
Mira's
Mira's
journal?
journal as well as a potential point of interest.
With one success, you're informed that a representative from Winter will call on you tomorrow.
She'll deal with that. But she's also filling Autumn in on all of our recent updates to prophecy, all of the like prophetic bits that we've had dug up recently, and recent situations regarding the Queen's activities, etc. Military stuff goes to Summer. Information needs to talk with Winter. Autumn needs to learn about prophecy. She's moving back and forth constantly.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So you're handling task running on that side of things, which is about when everybody realizes, oh yeah, Phage isn't here. You can go ahead and give me wits and composure, though, for anybody who wants to. You're looking for 2 or more successes. Except for, of course, Megan, who's home.
Correct.
1.
4.
Liz, you can definitely hear Phage's voice and footfalls upstairs. Everybody else, you're just looking around like, fuck, we lost our queen.
She's upstairs.
Okay, good.
Right.
I'm gonna have to go back home to rest at some point
Yeah.
because I'm no good to anyone in the state that I am currently in.
Let me give you a ride, all right?
I was gonna ask.
Don't even need to.
Alana, are you coming with us?
I would like to, if that's okay.
Yes.
Sure. Plenty of room in the vehicle.
I'd like to let Phage know before we go, though.
Yeah.
Does anyone?
I don't think you're feeling good with stairs, though.
No.
Phage!
Yes,
Go ahead and give me a wits and composure. +1.
Alana's about half the size she was a second ago.
Barnaby is a big person and apparently knows how to project.
No, that's when birds like fluff up because you startled them. Sort of like whoop.
Yeah, you hear a theater shout of your name from downstairs. It's meant to get attention, but you can tell there's no like alarm in it.
and yeah, and so she's in the middle of talking with Sonata, and she hears that. Tell them it's fine. I'll look forward to their emissary, and she steps out, shuts the door behind her.
Yep. Head downstairs. And as you come through the door, Barnaby is just pointing at Lark, who's still, using him as a backdrop.
Yes.
She like actively like was in the middle of rushing and like sees situation, stops, inhale, exhale, walk over.
I'm gonna go back to rest because I'm no good to anyone right now.
All right.
All right. Is there anything you need from me right now?
I just need you at your best, so get rest.
All right. Lana was gonna come with us.
Understood.
Before you leave, does anyone have Megan's home address?
I do.
Can you text it to me?
Mm-hmm.
Where are we going? We could live here.
I don't want to leave here. It's
No, I
not-
said live.
Yeah, I don't want to live here.
Oh. To cave.
Yeah. And
Wet.
I don't control the lights anymore.
That's called sunrise, and nobody does.
The indoor lights.
Oh.
Leaffinger does. I was gonna stay with Phage if you're going to check on looks over at Akujin. Megan,
Yeah.
do you want to stay here for a bit? And then I need to go back to the crack house.
Butterfly points at Phage. If she's queen, then we get to be princesses.
Sounds about right.
Yep.
Is Lys's broken car out front of the commons?
Yes.
It's not like out front. There's some side
In
parking,
the parking?
effectively
Okay.
down an alley. But
Would I have seen it on my approach?
But you could have seen
Yeah.
it coming in. Yeah.
So, also, whose broken windshield is in the parking lot?
That'd be Lys's.
And mine.
Do you want it?
Debatable.
Do you need it fixed?
I can
Probably
fix it.
They probably should have it fixed.
I mean, I can literally like swapping out car parts is what my gang does, like illegally. But
Oh.
we can.
Yeah. Lark was
can-
gonna get me a new one.
I mean, it looks usable. We can just replace the glass and buff out the bumps. Like,
Okay. Yeah.
Make it pink.
It gives the vehicle character.
Yes.
if you want,
Pink.
I can make it pink too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'll have it towed somewhere. I'll have it towed to a garage.
As Akujin gets it towed to a chop shop, he's like, "We're not chopping it this time. We're fixing it."
It's just fix it, make it nice, paint it pink, send it back.
I mean,
somebody already has half the frame off. I'm like, oh shit. Okay.
No,
I'll
Hispanics
just
work
put this back
fast. Hispanics work fast. You won't be in there 5 seconds. They'll have to put it back on.
I mean, Butterfly was saying make the new windshield pink, but sure, the car too. That's fine.
Oxygen is interpreting as he goes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just roll with what you got there.
Pink tint on the windshield.
What I got on those lights.
Is Diego here?
No.
Okay.
Not currently.
Okay. So yeah. All right. I'll deal with that in a minute. Phage, do you need anything from me?
I need everything that's currently being set up in this fucking keyhole to be operational as soon as possible.
If I had that power, I'd do it. I very clearly
Yeah,
don't.
I know. You got your own thing you're working on. Working on that is how you can help me right now.
Well, I just finished the paperwork, so now it's just recruit time. But
Yeah.
all right. Well, I'm going to go check on Megan and get their car fixed.
This place needs to be a functional keyhole if we're gonna stand up to this bitch.
Yeah, and I point towards the leaves. Maybe give those to the Rangers.
Yeah. Soon as some of them get here, I'll hand them out.
Go ahead and give me an intelligence and occult. Actually, Lark, how many people has Lark told besides Barnaby about her plans for the entitlement?
She's only gotten Alana and Butterfly in there right now.
Okay.
She needs 2 more at least, I believe.
I believe so, yes.
And Barnaby had given her a list of 4 or 5 people to look into.
Yes. Also true.
Which she just hasn't had time to, because
No
he
worries.
gave her the list like I think in like this morning. And
Yeah,
yes.
it was fairly recently. Okay. Yeah, go Phage, go ahead and give me intelligence and occult +1.
We've all been a bit busy.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Still
Nada, apparently.
Okay, no worries. All right. So people begin to go Mark.
I can get a bag and clear it up. Alyssa's gonna go find, like, I'm sure there's garbage bags or something like that. She's gonna start gathering leaves.
Yeah, no, the kitchen smells strongly of antiseptic and bleach right now. Given that it was an operating theater about an hour ago.
Yeah.
But Carl does good work and knows how to leave a room better than he found it. And you find some trash bags on a roll back there, and
I am a fairly okay tracker. Would I have any chance of knowing where these leaves came from?
You can give me an intelligence and survival -2.
Okay.
Unless you've got any skill specialties for the hedge.
No, I don't have survival. I have like no, never mind. That's not gonna work.
Okay.
I do not have any
You
dots in survival.
have the Pathfinder contract. You don't have the like actual survival skills. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I don't think would help with this.
Basically, you've got a magic intern who can help you in the hedge, but you don't know how to do it yourself.
Okay. Never mind. Never mind.
All right. So you gather up the bags of leaves, though. Yeah, and then they fill almost an entire large trash bag.
Yep.
And you can tell they're starting to lose some of that turgor pressure. They're starting to wilt, and they're behaving while they don't come from here. They're behaving as you would expect leaves to behave that found themselves in this situation. Okay.
So yeah, having confirmed that, I will head out. I will call up my boys and say, hey, I need to get a car towed to a shop and fixed and then taken back.
So, boss, when you say fixed,
friend of mine got their window busted in. And
so we need to move this one in. Okay.
So fix the window, rub out the bumps. They want it painted pink. If we've got someone that can do that.
Who? I'm not going to ask who this friend is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll call Carlos and Gary. And where is it?
Again, the parking lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Click. I don't even say goodbye. I just hang up.
Right. Cool. Click. Yep.
And then I'm gonna head to Megan's house
Okay.
or apartment or
So-
whatever Megan's staying at.
Megan's got an apartment.
Condo.
Yeah, that's right. Mhm. Yeah, what's Megan done since she got home? Mhm.
She's just doing what she can to relax and which for her means probably a workout first.
Okay. Give
in
me
amount
a
of
stamina
time-
and athletics -2.
Okay. Athletics. So that's actually clicked right. All right. Just 2. Yeah, okay, fine.
So you do about
Not a lot. No.
15 minutes and your head starts throbbing.
Yep. And she's gonna take a shower,
Mhm.
get all the blood cleaned off, etc. That's probably what she's gotten done in this amount of time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Shower. A,
Yep.
you needed to relax in the water a bit.
Right.
And B, you're moving quite gingerly and trying to make sure that, nothing. But yeah.
There was a
So-
not insignificant amount of blood.
Yeah.
So
Mhm. Yep. And temperature changes
And-
aren't good on injured physiology all the time. Mhm.
yes. And also what can only be referred to as eye goo.
Yes. Aqueous humors, as it were.
I'm pretty sure. No, I'm pretty
That's not
sure
what it's
eye goo
called.
is the technical term.
Vitreous humors.
Vitreous,
No.
excuse me. You are correct, Mara.
Vitreous,
My
yeah.
mistake.
You're wrong, Mara. It's eye goo. That is the technical
term,
medical term.
Yeah.
Yep.
The eye
Mhm.
juices.
Completely coincidentally, I didn't even think about this. I watched just to do a rewatch. I watched the Black Christmas remake from 2006 this week, and there is a ridiculous amount of eye trauma in that. So it's kind of inspiring for this week.
Noted.
Glorious. Okay. So that's
Yeah.
the situation.
Yep. So yeah.
So yeah, I get and head up to the apartment and knock on
Yep.
the door.
There's probably a short pause, just time to get to the door. Door opens and there's just a stone-faced Megan, and then the door closes.
I'll wait a beat, and then knock on the door again.
What? I'm fine. I'm safe. It's okay. Through the door.
That was 3 lies in a row. You want to try again?
What do you want?
A, check on you. B, information. C, make sure you're safe. Because apparently everybody but me got attacked today, and then randomly half of us have decided to go off on our own.
Door opens. We didn't all get attacked like randomly. It was one attack, and then we all participated in the defense of that attack.
No, the randomly was going off on our own afterwards.
I needed to get home so I could get some get cleaned up, get rest, and stop yelling at people.
Sure.
I feel like I'm going to accomplish 2 of those things.
I don't mind being yelled at.
I don't want to yell at you. What information do you need?
Basic information. I understand from Liz that you struck the killing blow.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything you can recall. Defenses, weaknesses, strengths.
she was firing. She was able to shoot that spike she calls an arm. Of note, the arm is not part of her. The spike is not part of her.
Okay.
It's been grafted on.
Okay.
It hasn't just been her skin. Come inside. I don't want to have this
Yeah.
conversation.
Come inside. Close the door.
I do have neighbors. Shut the slightly slam the door shut.
And that's life in Baltimore, ladies and gentlemen. What are we going to overhear next week? Tune back in to find out.
Do you want a drink?
Yeah.
All right. Or some drinks. So it's not like it whatever made her like remolded her flesh and bone into what that was grafted on. I could feel the difference between them.
Gotcha.
I mean, she was terrified. I don't think she's in control.
Okay, being puppeted.
It's unfortunate. I don't think it matters in this case. But
No, not particularly. Was she using the?
Wait a minute. Why are we? Because remember, Megan walked out before anybody realized that she was gone.
Yeah.
Why are we even talking about this?
Because Alana told me that you came here.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Why are we talking about the Van Helsing killer?
Because I wasn't there, I need information so I can pass on any relevant information to the members of the Motley that need to hunt down and fight it, because apparently it's still around.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, the body disappeared. All on its own. So either someone in the keyhole has developed a corpse devouring fetish, which I wouldn't put it past us, honestly.
No, it's not impossible, but
or it got up and walked out on its own, or was yanked out by something else. Either way, it's still in play.
Oh, good.
Sorry, I didn't realize that part had missed you.
No, I'd walked out. As far as I know, it was there when I walked out. Like I don't know. I wasn't paying attention to it. It was a body.
Yeah, no.
For had my eye stabbed out.
Yeah. Why did you get? How? Liz mentioned that in passing. Why did you get your eye stabbed by a pen?
Sorry, Jack. Go ahead.
Yeah, no. So for Megan's edification, and it's absolutely normal because nobody really covered it in detail, but just so everybody's on the same page, Megan was unconscious because, aforementioned eye stab.
That's right.
They dragged everybody in, got people baseline stabilized, during which period the body vanished. And then after that, Megan woke up and was shunted into the kitchen because Carl Stitches was here.
Yeah.
Several hours transpired. And when Megan last came back out into the main room, the body was gone, which at that stage probably didn't register as particularly significant. You don't just leave dead bodies lying around most of the time. So, right.
Right.
And nobody really caught Megan up on the fact that, no, that thing vanished back into the hedge while you were unconscious.
No, legit. Liz had an idea. Liz had an idea to do something in the middle of combat, and that went about as well as you might expect.
The idea was
she was trying to take control of the weapon, but you had to write on the weapon. So she tried to write on a weapon that was coming at my face and other people's faces too. But at that particular point, it was coming at my face. And then, I don't know, all I saw was Dick come back, and all of a sudden my face hurt. Apparently, she stabbed my eye. It's fully covered, I believe.
Yeah.
All right.
That's why I Ubered back and didn't drive back.
So situational awareness is something we should probably drill into people.
Yep.
So was she using the spike arm like a weapon, or was it more like the spike arm was moving on its own and she just happened to be attached to it?
I don't know that she's in control of her body.
Okay.
I mean, she was dodging and making defensive movers and attacking and aiming it, and it would fire off.
Relative skill level?
High,
Okay.
not like not insurmountable,
Yeah.
but high.
Okay.
Do you want a breakdown of everything that went wrong in that fight?
No, I've got a pretty clear picture of that already.
All right.
Okay. Just trying to get as much information as I can for when it inevitably comes back. But the fact that it seemed like she was being controlled more than she was in control means that maybe there's a way to cut those puppet strings.
Here's the thing. Just because she's not in control now doesn't mean that she wasn't in control when she was first killing a bunch of people.
Oh, absolutely.
Something very significantly happened to her
No, I'm not saying
recently, and I think my theory is that she's under that she may still be fully murdering a bunch of people, but now she's under the control of this keeper.
No,
and that might be what's terrifying her.
I'm less concerned with saving her and more concerned with making it so that the keeper can't yank her back, rebuild her, and do it again.
If it's the keeper,
yeah,
she was transformed by the hedge. The hedge might just be pulling her back.
Yeah, but
probably not. Probably is the keeper, but
the hedge doesn't typically, at least if, from my experience, obviously I don't know a lot, but typically the hedge doesn't pull people back, does it?
Not that I know, but the hedge typically doesn't turn people into
exactly
serial killers either, and we know that happened at least before this keeper.
Yeah, but
I'm still not certain if there's not another keeper in this situation.
You said yourself it felt kind of like there might have been another one. What if
I'm theorizing? I don't have any evidence to back that up.
Especially since it seems like it's grafted on. The hedge didn't necessarily do that. Somebody else did it with a piece of the hedge.
It would seem to be the case.
Yeah. So either way, if she's being controlled, cut the strings, stop them from yanking her around, put her in the ground permanently rather than temporarily. And also steal something back from the keeper that stole something from Phage.
Wait, what?
Oh, Paige is missing. You missed that too. All right, cool.
Yes. Fuck. This has been a banner fucking night.
Yep.
All right. What do we need?
Well, first we need everybody to rest and recover. Secondly, we need nobody. Secondly, we need nobody to be alone. Third, we need my phone to ring when people are in danger, but that's a completely separate issue.
Didn't have time to react.
Yeah, no, I know.
It was
the fight was
Lark
all of
was
30,
in
45 seconds. Yeah.
Lark was already looking very bad at that point.
Yeah.
So believe me, if I could have, that would have been the first thing I did.
Yeah, no, I get it.
You would have gotten involved instead of somebody else.
Yeah, but
it is what it is.
Intelligence and whatever your best combat score is for Megan.
Okay. Would be brawl. Brawl specialty apply?
No, this is more of
Okay.
just a battle awareness thing. It also had some facility with combat contracts. You saw it go spiky.
That's true.
Yeah, brawl is
It's
particularly
able to
appropriate in this
use-
case because it was a very much
Yeah.
don't punch that.
It's my weaponry. I think skill is the same. So either way, but it's able to use contracts. She is,
Okay.
or it, if we're assuming that
The arm. Yeah.
the arm is controlling her. Maybe
Can you tell which ones?
Intelligence and occult +1 in this case.
Okay.
I think I know what I'm spending my experience on after this session.
Actually, I think you've seen Akujin use this Armor the Elements Fury.
Yeah.
Akujin's got access to that one, right?
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. You would say that's most likely what the equivalent was, just more wood affiliated than metal in Akujin's case.
Yeah, that's what Akushin does whenever he goes full metal body.
Your full body thing.
Elemental contracts?
Yep. It makes sense. Hedge, nature, elements.
Jack, do I know any wood elementals in the keyhold?
Yeah. Where are they? Elemental. Oh, that's because I have that column hidden. Ainsley Heath, who's one of the Autumn Rangers, is an elemental woodblood. And Leaffinger actually is as well.
I need to make a call to Phage. Give me a second, and I'm just gonna grab my phone and call Phage.
Okay. Meanwhile, Barnaby has Lark, Alana, and I think just those two in a car headed back to the mansion, right?
Yep.
All right. Load you guys up. Make sure everybody is situated in a way that's not going to exacerbate your still existing wounds, because this ain't no D&D where you get them back on a long rest. And cautiously begins driving back to the mansion. Is there any conversation that needs to happen along the way?
Apparently not.
I think you're full of shit.
Saw that
was-
coming.
Who,
I'm guessing that was at me.
Saw that coming.
That was at Barnaby, I'm assuming.
who was
Yeah.
that direct? Oh,
Do tell. And you see him
Balance.
kind of tilt down the rear view mirror and look at you in the back seat. Go ahead.
Balance is possible in many, many things in life. You don't. People who want to be in my line of work, people who want to do what I want to do, give up their lives, yet still somehow maintain families, still somehow maintain social structures. I can do both things, and I think you're full of shit.
What is Alana's composure score?
3.
3? Okay. Let me see here. He needs to make a roll. What is Alana's primary fear?
Oh, honestly,
Fuck with an autumn court.
it's not having a purpose, being discarded because she's useless.
Okay. How many of those people, Alana, do you think struggle with the very real concern? Not like a theoretical or hypothetical anxiety, but the very real concern that the reason they have the talents they do is entirely predicated on the fact that a supernatural monster traumatized them for, we'll go your way, your side of things, a decade, and could yank them right back if they wanted to. Or are we talking about human beings? Let's be honest.
I get that I have ears that are pointed and my skin is purple and every joint on my body is segmented like a marionette, but underneath this I am human still, god damn it.
You are
Alana?
no such thing, baby girl.
Oh, guys, it's been a day. Maybe we need to just go back and rest and save this for tomorrow.
Give me, for Lark then, if you would, a either presence or manipulation and persuasion roll.
Okay. Okay. Mm. 0.
Also give me a wits and empathy, Lark.
No. One.
Barnaby, in your experience with him, is usually reasonably sedate, fairly flexible for the most part. Not one to usually push or try and exacerbate situations too much. You also know, however, that he is the legate of mists for the Autumn Court, which is an official role. Basically, just like Phage has all of these various ambassadors and liaisons going to individual courts, and she's picked one for summer, one for autumn, one for winter. Barnaby's job is to be that to every court for autumn. And autumn doesn't do it generally by nuanced diplomacy and social niceties. They do it by sending someone terrifying in order to impose a level of gravitas and importance to whatever message they need to send. And you're starting to see a little bit of that mask slip on him. He's going a little professional on Alana right now. You, Alana, are a piece of meat on the plate of a being that is so at odds with what we would consider cause and effect or the laws of reality that the fact that you are not still getting chewed up in its jaws and swallowed every day is a fucking miracle. And best anybody can tell, the only reason we're not back there is because we've made a concerted effort to stand together. And we've also gotten very, very, very fucking lucky. So if you think that with one of these things back in our city, rampaging around, stealing people, but who knows how long until they move up the fucking food chain, you think this is a good time to pursue your musical career? I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you, but you're a danger to this entire goddamn keyhole. Do you understand me?
Barnaby, this is not what she needs right now.
This girl needs to understand the seriousness of the situation that she's in, just like
Let me
most
out.
people do. No, this is a driving car. We're not that stupid. Keep your seatbelt buckled. You don't want to see what happens when somebody's bare skin hits asphalt going 45 miles an hour. Being aware of the dangers is part of my job. It's part of Lark's job. That's what the Autumn Court does. We look the dangers in the eye and we take them fucking seriously. And if you want to throw tantrums about that fact, you're welcome to do that in your own time, but I'm not having more blood on my hands. I've left enough of that under the trails of my hooves back in Arcadia. Thank you very much. I say this out of concern for your safety. You don't need to be coddled right now, Alana. You need to be empowered. But we're not going to do that by letting you make the mistake that of the various priorities that you have, making some assumption that they're equal in importance. All right? When times are safer, then of course, take some time to relax, chase whatever priorities you want. But we've got a fucking predator in the midst of the flock right now, kiddo.
Never call me kiddo again.
Reasonable. Clock, ma'am. And then the rearview mirror readjusts so he can see out the back. And he continues to drive in silence. Eventually, you guys arrive at the mansion. He pulls over, unlocks the vehicle. Pulls out his phone and sends a text to Luck.
Okay, I'll go look at it.
Just says, I'm sorry for the extremity.
Right. Lark is watching Alana right now to see if she goes into the house
Alana will play nice and go inside with everyone.
Okay.
But with Barnaby's help, we'll go inside.
Yep. Hmm. He'll help you out and get you all escorted indoors.
Alana is heading upstairs towards her room. We'll stop about halfway up to try and look Barnaby in the eye.
Go ahead and give me a presence and I want to say you could go either expression or intimidation, whichever vibe Alana's throwing right now.
She wants to.
She's absolutely welcome to intimidate.
My expression's better though.
I mean, that's also fair. Go ahead and give me a wits and empathy, actually.
Okay.
First, just so she can sort of read the situation a bit. You can even spend willpower on it if you want.
Nah.
Okay.
She has 2 successes.
2 successes is honestly pretty good. You turn to sort of see if you're going to be able to get Barnaby's attention. His glance right now is focused on Lark. And you can read the tenderness and care and empathy that he has for her. And even though you haven't been back for super long, I think Alana does have an innate sort of comprehension of social dynamics. This is an individual who operates very strongly through and for the court of fear. He has not yet acquired a taste for it, though. This is not somebody who scares other people because it's fun yet. Go ahead and make that either presence or manipulation and presence and either expression or intimidation there. And you can spend willpower on that too if you'd like.
4 successes.
You pause halfway up and turn. And the glance rises.
I'm going to say 2 things and I'm going to leave this alone. Because I respect Lark. And I want my relationship with her to continue in a good direction. But 1, you ever talk down to me again like that, and I will make sure you never see the sun again. 2, I'm a fucking adult. I know I'm the one that has trouble remembering that a lot of the time, but you'll do well to keep it in your mind.
At that statement, I will definitely need presence and intimidation.
And this is where I spend my willpower.
Okay, there you go.
3 successes.
3 successes. All right. Feel better. Sleep well. Your Motley's gonna need you.
I really wish you were right. And she would just walk into her room and slam the door.
Lark would like to have a conversation with Barnaby.
Okay. He'll turn to you actually and say, I don't believe that woman ever got a chance to be a teenager.
I think she is a teenager right now.
Mentally, maybe,
So,
but she's not entirely wrong, though, as well.
I know.
It's complicated.
Her body is confused. It has been since she came out of the hedge. or the
All right.
you know.
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, let's get you somewhere comfy at least.
Okay. She was moving to sit down on the couch.
Okay. If that's where she looks like she's headed, that's where he'll deposit her.
Mhm. If he sits down, she will move herself, like sitting in his lap, leaning on
Okay.
him.
Yep. Mhm.
In a completely opposite direction of that conversation.
Yeah.
I wanted to thank you.
Okay.
Everything that you had said to her earlier when we were back at the Commons, it resonated with me. And ever since winter and everything happened, I have been fighting with this whole changeling thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I saw.
But I figured you did. I think it's time to finally pick a side. And I choose changeling. Because that's what I need to be right now. That's who I need to be there for.
You can feel just the faintest, like he squeezes your hand just a little bit, very briefly, and then immediately relaxes, not wanting to potentially cause you more pain from your injuries.
Do not break her.
Right. The keyhole needs all of us. And I'm glad you're here.
Glad I'm here too. I just want to thank you for everything. You've been there for me through everything.
Not planning on going anywhere.
Please don't. I can't deal with any more loss at this point.
Don't worry. This is the worst threat that any of us have or are likely to face. Like winter war, whatever. This is a keeper running around the city. And this is something that we have both tried to and could not possibly have prepared for.
Yes. And now
So,
we have to try our best to fight against this thing.
Phage is either going to turn into a zealot or a mess, would be my guess. Maybe both. And unfortunately, given who and what we are, it is far easier for the keeper to find a weakness in us than vice versa. It is horrific that Paige is in Arcadia now, most likely.
Yes.
I cannot imagine. But the consequences of that are not just for Paige. This keyhole is going to be on a knife's edge, given that they've elected a queen who has just started her reign and then had her mortal girlfriend taken on a durance. He's going to try and read Lark real quick. How emotionally composed does he think she is on a 4 successes on a wits and empathy?
Honestly, she's surprisingly emotionally composed for everything that has just happened.
Then there will be a brief pause, and then he'll say, He'll roll the dice, endurance from which it is unlikely she will ever return.
I'm going to say something, and please do not ever tell Phage that I've said this.
Hmm.
Do you think she's the best person to be leading right now?
No, of course not. But for what it's worth, I would say the same thing if Sunset Blue had been elected and Papa Sledge was the one who had gotten kidnapped.
Yeah, it's the situation.
I don't pretend to know exceptionally well how Spring thinks. Their philosophy flies pretty strongly at odds with mine. Like, I can grasp it a bit academically, but it doesn't always seem... Anyway. Yeah. No.
I'd actually considered Spring before choosing a court.
Did you know?
I was between Spring and Autumn. I'm glad I went with Autumn.
I'm glad you did too. Not that... Okay, we can get into, what sort of people we'd be willing to date hypothetically later if we want to. But
I
no.
didn't think I was completely Spring.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel it fully.
Well, and that's the other thing, is that hardly anybody is completely anything. But we just go with what our best fit is. No, our seasonal queen, Spring's ruler, is compromised right now.
Yeah.
Sometimes people are able to rise above. Sometimes, frequently, it's more damaging than motivating. And this is a horrible way to look at it anyway. Nobody needs to be motivated by having somebody kidnapped and tortured. But we're going to pull together and do our best.
All right.
Part of that, honestly, once you're feeling better, we're going to take you to market. We're going to find what we need.
And I need to find 2 more people for my
And
entitlement.
We'll find the people, and we'll figure out where your path on this leads, because an early warning system of any sort, vital if we can have one.
I'll try to get it up and running as fast as I can once I'm able to walk again.
For sure. And honestly, you never know. Some of the people to help might be the people in your motley too. And his eyes kind of drift up towards where we most recently heard a door slam.
I've already asked Alana to join. And Butterfly. Not that Butterfly's part of the motley, but I count her.
Beautiful and clever. I'm going to pat myself on the back for how I pick them later.
I think I want to get some rest right now.
I think that's an excellent idea. And he will go put you to bed.
I'll talk to Alana in the morning.
All right. If it's okay with you, I'm going to sleep on the couch downstairs, because while the rule is don't let people be alone, both the people here are injured, and I think it would be good to have somebody who's at the peak of their physical condition also present, just in case.
That's a good idea.
All right.
Can you just stay with me until I fall asleep, please?
Yes. And he will sit next to your bed, which is puts his head still above yours where it's laying on the pillow. And yeah, make sure you get your rest. Meanwhile, Phage and Liss, I believe, are going with Butterfly once things get wrapped up here. Is there anything else that Phage needed to do at the Commons
Oh, Phage
Before-
isn't leaving the commons tonight.
Oh, okay. Sounds good then. She's pulling an all-nighter in the war room.
So Phage is going to be taking very brief naps, basically, between things happening, but is going to be moving constantly. She sends somebody on a late night run to acquire several black powder weapons from the nearest sport hunting store.
Okay.
She's going to be organizing investigations and responses. Someone at one point will probably overhear her muttering to herself as she's sort of like poring over a map of Baltimore. Maybe not a queen, but I can do a fucking general just fine.
Okay, but you do take a nap at some point.
Oh, she does take naps. Like she's not sleeping for long because
Uh-huh.
she's going to be active constantly, but she does take naps frequently.
Hopefully
basically,
before the
Okay.
she
first nap,
goes.
my call gets
I-
done.
We're getting there. Liz?
I don't need a lot of time, hopefully. I'm tired. It's been long. I got injured.
Yeah.
I would like to try and slip in and force Phage to talk to me via dreams. Because
okay.
that's a thing I can do.
Let's do a phone call first then.
Yeah.
And then we'll take a break and we'll
I
come
love
back
I love the
to
idea that Liz
sleep
Yeah.
convo.
doesn't want to stop Phage on the warpath to talk to her, so she just goes
No,
for a dream.
well, I'm not good at talking in the real world. I am good at talking to people in dreams. We're gonna do
Fair
it.
enough.
Amazing. All right. So you get a phone call at some point, though, from Akujin.
Paige,
Akujin.
you need. Have you spoken with the Autumn Rangers yet?
I've got contacts heading that way. I'm waiting to hear back.
All right. Specifically, let Ainsley Heath know that our hunter is using elemental contracts, specifically wood from the hedge. That's relevant. That'll be relevant for the Rangers as far as finding where this thing is coming from. Hopefully, anyways.
I'll pass that along.
And also should let everyone else know as well that our hunter is using contracts.
Yeah. It'll be good for people to know what they're coming up against if they ever run into them.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Ask me that question later.
If I ask you that question later, the answer won't be true.
Yeah, I don't know if it's going to be true right now either.
Yeah, but it's easier to hear the lie when you're still in it.
I'm fucking pissed. And I'm about to do everything I fucking can to halt this bitch's plans wherever they show up.
Your court
And that
doesn't
requires
work.
this keyhole to be in full functioning order, and it hasn't been since we got here.
Your court doesn't work when you're pissed.
My desires are my own, and my desire right now is to ruin this bitch's fucking day.
Yeah.
Ding 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 ding.
That's my job. Your court doesn't work when you're pissed.
Oh, it works pissed just fine. Pissed is a
No.
desire like everything else.
You might work. We are not humans, Phage. We are mystically aligned creatures of magic and stardust. When we work opposed to our natures, things don't work well. You need to find your chill. Because if you don't, this will end poorly.
I don't think you understand what spring is. I've never had chill.
Oh no. But right now you sound like a summer courtier, not a spring. I might not be spring, but I know summer. And you're burning hot.
There's a reason we're neighbors.
And there's also a reason we're separate. If you don't find, I am warning you as your motley mate. If you don't find your chill, you will end badly.
Understand me, Akujin. I'm passionate right now and I'm fucking pissed.
You can.
But I'm not about to go herring off. I know what I'm doing. And what I'm doing right now is trying to get everything in functioning order. Because I'm the only leader this city has had right now that has actually been trying to put things in fucking order. We were trying to figure things out in autumn and we were trying to hide in winter. Now it's time to get shit done.
Do you have an itinerary of what the other queens were doing? Do you even know who the winter leader is?
Oh, that's what I'm trying to find out now.
Yeah, so first, don't make statements like you're the only one, because you don't fucking know. This is what I mean by find your chill. You are making decisions as to how things have been without any information about how they have been.
Akujin, I'm fucking venting to you. Chill the fuck out.
This isn't the time to vent to me. I'm not the venting guy.
If you think that I'll be talking like this to anyone from anywhere outside the Motley, you haven't been paying attention.
It's not about what you're talking to me like, Phage. It's about how you're thinking.
What I'm thinking and what I'm saying are moving in very different but connected directions right now.
Mm-hmm.
And no, my passion's burning right now. It's gonna be that way for a bit. I'm following my desires and doing what I want, and what I want right now is to ruin this bitch's fucking day.
See you in
Akujin,
summer.
give me a intelligence and either politics or socialize, I'll say.
Intelligence. Socialize is better. Is this something I can spend a willpower on?
Sure, why not?
Sure. Will do. Because
Weird when your character. It's weird when your character agrees with every single word that one person is saying, but agrees with the other person in complete 100% theory.
3 successes.
3 successes. Yeah, this is a nuanced situation for sure, because Akujin's not wrong. This is very summer sort of behavior. On the other hand, you can kind of make the case that some people have a strong desire for a good mad on occasion.
Yeah.
And the verbiage that's coming out, I don't know how many films Akujin's watched since he's gotten back. Most
Very
people
few.
wouldn't qualify Mean Girls as a war movie. But
Most
on the
people are
other
wrong.
hand,
Most people are fully fucking wrong.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Look, summer's going to be behind you the whole way because it's what we do. But not everyone works like us.
And it's not just because I'm pissed that I'm doing this. It's because if we, as the Keyhold, don't ruin this bitch's day and make her go the fuck back to where she came from, more people are gonna get hurt.
Oh, I'm mounting her hands on a wall as soon as I get a hold of her, but she won't show up in front of me.
And Akujin, you get a text at this point.
All right. I'm going to keep an eye I'm going to keep an eye on Megan for a bit. I'll be here if you need me.
In the background, I'm fine.
Stay safe.
Not alone. And I'll hang up.
I hope you like sleeping in the hallway.
Never mind. I've never minded it before. And I check my texts.
Good.
There's been a citywide alert sent out over summer channels, effectively a group text,
Yep.
basically saying we're on standing orders at this point. Everybody is expected to have their kit in battle readiness in case shit gets launched. Effectively, best you can tell, yeah, Phage's stance has begun to trickle out into the other courts.
Yep.
And that's where we're going to take a break.
I screenshot that, save it to my pictures for later, because that's not a thing I'm going to text to anybody.
Right. Legit.
All right. We're going to remember when we take our break, you take your break. So stand up, stretch your legs, move around, do whatever you need to do. Stay tuned for these commercial messages, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. And we're back. A dinosaur.
Okay.
We're
story.
back. We're back.
Dinosaur.
We're back. We're back. We're back. So, um, eventually, though, amidst all of these preparations, Phage has to lay down and take a nap because while motivation will take you ever so far, even with the gluttonous feast of health and stuff, Phage has had a long, draining, traumatic day.
Yeah.
And needs at least a
bit
cat
of sleep.
nap at some point.
Yeah, she's doing the person who has a whole lot to do in a very little amount of time thing of, if I can't get a full night's rest, I will get a series of sequential naps.
Dexterity and stealth from Liz.
Okay.
I think a dude in Germany did that once for an extended period of time. The intermittent napping, Hitler. Anyway,
I was going to say, if the answer to this isn't Hitler, I don't know any other Germans. So yeah, Phage is asleep, and you quietly creep to whatever couch that is, most likely, I would assume, and settle yourself down.
Uh-huh.
Not concerning behavior at all.
No. And
You pull out the knife and just kidding.
Long live the queen. Stab, 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 stab.
That is how Shakespeare works.
Yeah. No, I would have to pour poison into her ear. That would be really
Yeah.
Shakespearean.
Yeah, but that takes way too long.
In fact, I think that in Hamlet it was really you only need one dose. It's fine.
I've never known. I'm gonna have to test that at some point. How easy is it to pour liquid into somebody's ear without them waking up?
Probably very
Ugh.
difficult.
Yeah.
Well,
I would think so.
There.
Maybe if they're very, very drunk. That's always a good
Hello.
starter.
Hello to our NSA agent who is listening to us.
I feel like liquid
Hey
upsetting someone's
NSA,
ear balance,
stop
like,
just lurking
immediately
and
throws off
fucking
the
subscribe, you
equilibrium.
bitch. Anyway,
Or
so that
fingers
sidebar out of the way. Yep. Boop. Fingers on the temple.
and
Oh,
So what lucid dream is Phage in the middle of right now?
That's a very good question. I think Phage's lucid dream has taken a very particular direction, and she's just sort of not fighting it at this point.
Okay.
So in the you end up on a balcony of a castle,
okay.
which oddly enough looks into a throne room. You see Phage is standing on this balcony, and looking behind her, you can see the procession of a throne room up to a throne, with a crown just sort of sitting on the seat. She is standing in what would look to be the panoply of war, the kind of outfit that a leader would wear when leading an army. It is decorated and decorative, and full of the ornamentation that one would expect from regality, but also still seems to be functional underneath. And she is looking out the balcony of this castle and looking across to an oncoming army that is positioned opposite the place that she is currently defending. And in the distance, there is just fire and things being destroyed. And this castle seems to be sort of a bastion of trying to prevent that she is standing atop and has pointedly left the crown, but is wearing the garb of the person in charge. And in the distance, there is the classic fantastic tower that someone is kidnapped and put up in the far distance in the midst of that burning land. that has
Yep.
looks like a recent construction.
Wits and resolve for Phage. Hmm.
2.
This is an intensity 2 dream. Listen.
Okay. Very
Yep.
classic.
Yep. That's what
Very-
you into the middle of.
Very Lord of the Rings.
Hey, this.
Very Game of Thrones. Very all of the classics, really.
There's
My girl likes
absolutely
her
nothing
classics
here that
sometimes.
it sounds like it's from Aragon. As we said, classics.
Yeah. I
Hmm.
never read those.
You didn't miss out.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I have heard of them. They were a little younger than me. It's my brother and sister.
A girl likes her classics sometimes.
Yeah. She's out there on the other side.
What's up?
I'm here to have a conversation with you.
All right. Well, it's a dream, so I imagine it can go as long as it needs to.
Yep.
It can go 52 minutes max, real lifetime.
Is
Yeah,
a
yeah,
Zoom
yeah,
call.
What's on your mind?
What's on your mind?
I think you're seeing it.
Yeah.
What's in your wallet?
She is, obviously,
Yeah.
but I can't see the faces of your army in this dream. They're very far away down there, looking down off the balcony.
Give me a wits and composure. Let's.
Okay. Two.
Phage, any of the members of the army down there, are any of them your army?
Define.
Or is that all oncoming troops?
Yeah. In the distance, that's all oncoming.
Mhm.
If Liz looks around, there are a handful of people here. Most of them are people that Phage knows.
Okay. They are
if you-
recognizable people.
Yeah, if you look around, you can see people that Phage knows. You can see Leaffinger off in one corner. In the throne room, you'll see more of them.
Okay.
As you look in the throne room, you see more of the Spring Court. You see Leaffinger in particular and Sunset Blue, looking like, if you were to put them in a fantasy archetype, the kind of court officials that are always looking for the power that the person in charge has,
Mm-hmm.
but never actually putting their attention directly to the problem at hand.
Yeah. Besides, like you don't have to name everyone, but are there other, like, basically Liz is looking to see, one, if we are there, the Motley, and two, if like random normal other changelings who don't have any status are here. Like, she's wondering how much you are thinking about everyone else in in the freehold and outside the freehold. Like, Mr. Green.
As you look around,
Saying we may need to fix cameras.
Nope. We do.
As you look
Whose
around,
fault is that?
You do see the entire motley. However, the thing that you notice about them is that all of them appear to be busy with their own tasks, and seem to be kind of separate from Phage.
Yep.
And it doesn't seem, and as you look around, it looks like she is kind of missing them a bit.
Yep.
But you can sort of see them in the distance in various places, performing tasks, getting ready for things. All of them seem to be in relatively high standing as far as Phage is concerned, but all of them seem to be devoted to their own tasks, which don't necessarily seem to be related to what Phage is doing directly. And you do see other members of the Motley. Most of them are in the walls, like behind the walls of this castle that seem to be being constructed as we speak.
Yep.
Like a number of them seem to be in the process of literally building the walls around, while Phage is seemingly. It becomes very increasingly obvious to you, Liz, that Phage feels like she is very rapidly and hastily trying to build something that can stop an oncoming army.
Yep.
With everyone else in her mind, but seemingly not directly in her immediate assistance.
Yep. Okay.
So what's Liz do with this information?
I find it easier to think in here. Do you know what you want us to do?
What I'm always thinking about. What I want is everyone to pull together, stop worrying about the little disputes that have got everyone annoyed with each other, but I know it's in human nature to be frustrated with each other, but there's something out there that is threatening all of us. I wish we could put those aside until that's forced away. And you very much see that this wall has 4 large pillars that seem to be denoted to each of the seasons, and you see that the one that is winter is very, very far away from the other 3.
Mm-hmm. You can't make people desire the same thing you do.
I know.
You have to know what they want.
And I've been trying to figure it out, but everyone approaches me with this air of reverence of fucking Your Highness and your fucking
I'm not.
superiorness, and no one fucking tells me what they want.
I want to feel like the freehold has my back.
That's what I want to. I want to make a freehold that has the changelings back
I want
against everything.
to hide when that army crests these walls, because it feels like it's a tsunami. And Akujin may think you can fight a tsunami with a sword, but I don't think so. But what do I know? I don't know anything.
Want to make walls that are tall enough and strong enough for people to hide behind. I know we can't beat this thing at its own game, but I want to make something that it can't break.
I liked building sandcastles at the seashore. And a wave hits them and they deform. They melt. And if you put little windows in the walls, those collapse very fast. But if you bury something underneath the sandcastle, it can survive. Maybe that's something.
I wish I knew what to do with that.
Yeah.
Liz, go ahead
There's-
and give me. Liz, go ahead and give me a wits and empathy roll. You can add your weird to it.
Okay.
What is Liz trying to communicate with her sandcastle burying things metaphor?
Liz is trying to communicate, like, she has a lot of doubts about any sort of plan to like attack things head on, simply because like there are a lot of people in the Freehold who can't survive that. We've been weakened already. She is not a fighter. And we don't know if we don't have weapons right now to be able to like fight them effectively. She is saying she is saying that there need to be other strategies besides head-on fighting things.
Okay.
Or like multiple strategies at once, something like that.
Okay.
I'll pump a willpower into this. That feels good.
Okay.
A success. Sheesh.
All right.
Terrible roll.
As Liz explains this metaphor to an extent, Phage, you see the leaf finger in your dream, in his sort of counselor's robes, a little more ostentatious than most of the other people who are here. Calls kind of a faceless servant, wraps something up on a scroll and sends it over to where Sledge is seated at a table looking over a series of wooden blocks that are laid out, similar to those that are frequently, classically used to delineate troop positioning and things.
Yeah, the war map blocks. Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. But none of these seem to be in any sort of battle array. They're just arranged in kind of an orderly setup, more like a line of dominoes than a full field deployment of any sort. And he's just sort of sitting there looking at them thoughtfully, like he's considering and trying to come up with something. The little scroll gets delivered and Sledge just grabs it and crams it down his mouth, chews it up, swallows it, and then looks back towards where Leaffinger has now returned to his various machinations, gives a bit of a nod, and starts rearranging the blocks on the table now. Keep going.
I wish I had all the answers. Everyone looks to me for direction, but I don't have the answers to everything.
Yeah. But then the earth might tilt underneath you and all of your answers don't apply anymore.
And I fucking know that. But all I can do is work with the hand I've been dealt and try and play it the best I can. I need more cards, I need more answers, I need more options. I've got all I don't even know what the enemy is bringing towards us. She says, she indicates out to the army, which is present and vast but indistinct. Their weapons are uncertain. What siege implements they might bring are hard to make out. And all I know is there's one thing that hurts. As she sort of indicates, and you can see off in the distance, there's just a beacon glowing on a mountaintop that we have to find and bring. But that's just one thing, and not everyone's going to be able to make use of it. And it's not going to be the solution for everyone.
What's the beacon?
It's in her representation, it's iron. Iron.
Okay,
weapons.
gotcha. Yeah.
That's one thing, and it'll put a dent in things and slow them down, but it's not going to solve everything on its own, and I need more options.
This pulls up a ball of air like in Avatar. Just literally exactly like that. And in the middle, she holds it up, and you look closer, and you see a whirling pattern, with like dirt and leaves and stuff. And in the middle, a little tiny trapped face, exactly just like a little snow globe of the trod where we found the time warp. Basically that. Oh, she's gonna squash it. Oh, that was satisfying. Ew. And she's gonna wipe it off on her pants.
Liz,
wait.
go ahead and give me an intelligence and academics roll, actually.
Okay.
+2.
Ooh. Okay. A success.
You suddenly realize there's something I don't think you've told Phage yet. Something
What?
that you found in the Autumn Archives. 2 somethings, actually.
I don't remember what.
You have all of the letters now.
Oh. I have all the letters of when, and she's gonna ruffle around in her pockets. Rifle.
They are not there. You're in a dream.
Damn it.
And I don't think you've read them enough to memorize them. So yeah.
Actually, I have encyclopedic knowledge. I have would that help with this?
You do.
I
might.
do.
Hang on a second.
I've got 4 dots in that.
That's the only amount of dots you can
that's
have.
Right. That's fair. That's the cost of it. I remember how things work. Okay.
That's all good. Let me take a look.
It lets me pull out rain effects. It's not like eidetic memory.
Oh, right. Eidetic memory is the one I was thinking. Yeah, eidetic memory is what you'd need. Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I found the other letters tag at the library. Oh, after.
That might help.
There's also what Lark is trying to do. She's recruited 2 people for her entitlement.
That she needs more.
She'll work on it. A thing I saw in the archive is the 8. It's infinity, but the center of the infinity is a single point. which is us, or me, or an individual person, or us as a motley, or us as the
As the
center
keyhole.
of things, we I'm not sure about this, but we're important, I think. I look at fate and what might happen, and the odds of us making it out are very, very slim.
Doesn't matter what the odds are. I'm gonna do my damnedest to make sure that it happens.
That's not what I was talking about. The odds of us having made it out are very slim. The odds of surviving get better the more things you have together, like strands of hair that make up a rope.
Hmm.
And individual quests might lead to the answers we are seeking. You are looking for cards. That might be the selfishness talking. I'm very selfish. I want to be happy.
Yes. I want nothing more than for everyone to be happy.
So
I'm
what
trying
does Summer
so
do?
hard to make that happen.
Summer's really good at that.
In spring.
Spring, yes. Sorry. That's me. Maybe that's an answer for what to do besides amassing an army and building walls and fretting about a distant people from a distant tower that never talk to you. She'll indicate over to Winter.
Give me, for Liz, an intelligence and empathy roll.
Okay. Two successes.
Okay. With Liz's help, Phage can give me an intelligence and occult +2.
Four successes, apparently.
There's a level of truth to what Liz is saying. While Spring can go to war, and it's always very impressive when they do, it's not their best talent. They are much more on the social celebration, pursuit of desires, that sort of thing, which you can sometimes finesse into confrontation, but it's always shoehorned a little bit to an extent when we're talking like direct violent confrontation. And there's been a lot of talk about individual goals and the fact that your Motley are pursuing particular entities and things. Akujin's trying to devote energy to building up an armed force that can do stuff. Alana is trying to make her way. Liz is continuing to pursue her apprenticeship with Tag, and also whatever dozen other things that Liz is always interested in at a given moment. Lark's trying to make an entitlement. Lark's trying to make an entitlement based around the concept that you can see danger before it's happening. Lark's trying to build an entitlement whose entire purpose is an early warning system that will pinpoint to whom the danger is most likely to strike. And it has something to do with performances. Performances is a thing that Spring is good at. You've got a series of cards here. You just need to play them in the right order. Because if you've got a small, flexible squad of soldiers that are armed with something devastating, you just need to know where and when to put them so that they're on the field at the right time in the right place. And if you've got something that can tell you where that place is and when, give me a resolve and composure for both of you.
I just want to point out the dramatic irony of the fact that a large portion of this season has been Akujin not being around when everyone else is getting fucked up. And we've gotten to a point of, hey, maybe we get all of the summer people in the right place ahead of time.
There's a reverberation that runs through this castle that you're in. It's stretched out and then it resolves. Your Majesty, one of the Rangers is here.
Page turns.
From where she's lying on a couch to wakefulness. And Leaffinger is coming into the room while Omicron Green, who's one of your security, is kind of shaking you by the shoulder, which has also dislodged your fingers, Liz, and you wake up in your seated position. And Leaffinger goes, Ainsley finally got back.
Oh, good.
You know she's in his motley.
All right. Fuck. All right, time to get shit in order.
And plans continue.
And she looks over, as she sits up, she looks over at Liz. Thank you. So much.
Anytime. Sleep is good
It
to
is.
have. And
Anytime you need to talk to me, if it's not comfortable when we're awake, find me asleep.
if you need help with, indicates head, sort of backs up.
As far as I'm concerned, Liz, you have an open door pass into my dreams.
I need to go to sleep.
Go do that.
There's enough people around here to keep an eye on her. I will text the group saying that I have left where I've left Phage and with whom. And Liz is going to
Your car has been towed to a repair shop.
it. Don't know which repair shop.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. Right. It's probably very late at night.
You can Uber to the.
I do not know how to Uber, so
That's
therefore
fair.
Liz is not, because Liz is worse at using a phone than I am. No. Is the bus still running?
No, not this late at night.
Okay. Is someone around that can drive me?
You can ask. Go ahead and give me a manipulation and persuasion roll.
Okay.
You're in friendly territory, +1.
Yeah. Well, that's good because my persuasion is -1, but it's minus something more than that because of my flaw. Hang on, let me double check the numbers. -2. So you said it was plus what?
+1.
+1?
Mhm.
Okay, so that would cancel that out.
Yeah.
Manipulation, persuasion.
Mhm.
Just don't let it be Gale, really. It's my 1-0.
Yep. You are unfortunately not able to find anybody who can give you a ride.
Damn it.
Currently, everybody's too busy running around doing phage work.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You can ask Phage, and she can assign someone to drive you home.
I
Or you
really
could
don't
ask-
want to do that.
You could ask anyone else in the motley that's available.
You're all being traumatized.
And if anybody else in the motley that's available comes and gets you, one other person in the motley is going to be left alone because
exactly.
it's either
It's, yeah,
Megan
this
or
is
Akujen.
the classic
Also-
chicken.
Right, because if
Pops.
Megan's left in a room by herself
Exactly.
with a bottle of alcohol,
That's
And she's fine, and there's nothing
No.
wrong with that.
Uh-uh.
But also, it should also be pointed out this is probably like the middle of the night. At
oh
this
yeah, no,
point.
we are.
Oh,
We're,
right.
it's
You
like
know
2
what?
a.m.
We're fucking
Lark
asleep.
left her car. I'm just gonna steal Lark's car. She'll be fine
Oh
with it.
no!
There we go. There we go. Found the solution.
Oh no!
Dexterity and larceny minus
Oh,
Be
2.
fine.
You remember how they steal cars, right? The crowbar.
The last time she got into an argument with Liz over a car situation and chased after her, she got shot. We're
Yeah.
not doing this again. It's fine. Lark
It's
can get a new car.
-2.
Minus
Wait,
2.
no, this is Adele's old car.
Yes,
No,
it is.
Lark's gonna be pissed.
Uh-huh.
I will spend willpower on this.
Absolutely. By all
Okay.
means, you go right ahead and do
2
that.
successes.
2 successes. You are in.
Great.
I still
We're
haven't
gonna
gotten-
drive.
Well, no.
Okay.
You're in. It's
Yeah.
not started and you don't have keys.
Oh,
You need at
but-
least 3 more successes
Okay.
on dexterity and larceny minus
All
2.
right. I'm gonna
Mm.
keep going.
We-
All right.
All right.
We never did get around. I never have gotten a chance to teach Liz how to break into a car.
One.
And no, you'll never
Alright.
get
Don't
the
worry, I
chance.
already know how to do
10
this.
minutes in, you're making progress. You've found
Yeah.
the way to get the panel off from underneath the steering wheel.
Uh-huh.
Through 5-minute extended rolls, you need a total of 5 successes.
Okay.
We kept joking that it was gonna be like Alana or Faye,
3.
and it turns out the person who's gonna die is
Within 15 minutes, you've got Adele's old car started, and there's only a
Perfect.
few wires sticking out of places where they shouldn't be.
Yeah. Then I can
He'll
fix that later.
kill you.
Butterfly scrambles over you and into the passenger seat.
Yep.
I'm tired.
Me too.
I
Let's go.
need drugs.
Or food.
could have been worse. You could have gotten all that done, and then Butterfly's like, "But you need to do this in order to steal a car," and just smashes a window.
Let's get back to the crack house.
Yes, crack is drugs.
Yes. Okay.
All right. And you know how to drive, so you get
Yeah.
there just fine.
Excellent. I park the car.
And yeah,
And yep.
inside the house you go, and you find a place to sleep.
Yep.
Next morning.
Alana's alarm goes off at 4:30 in the morning.
Okay. It's Saturday morning, 4:30 in the morning. What's she doing?
Getting dressed, shoes on, heading out the door.
Excellent. Okay. And headed to the to Summer.
I don't know if she's headed to Summer.
Okay.
But she definitely knows she can. Yeah. First off, how far is the distance between?
Can we,
You'd
can we
need to call
clarify
an
if
Uber
this
to
is
get
Summer
there.
Okay.
Blue or Summer
Court.
the Court?
Court?
Sunset Blue.
Sunset Blue, right? Sunset Blue.
Right. Well, no, because you're
Well-
trying because you're trying to meet War Dancer for Kung Fu, right?
No.
Oh,
Alana
okay.
is just going out to exercise, run,
Oh,
and
okay.
dance to clear her head.
Gotcha. Absolutely.
I just realized Larkin never called to cancel that audition.
No, she didn't.
That's fair.
Nope. She
Awkward.
certainly didn't. Mm.
So run nearest park,
Mhm.
doing exercises and dancing, and after a certain point, probably several hours into just pushing herself a little too hard,
Yeah.
We'll head back to just get the morning routine started for everybody in the
Okay.
house instead of yeah.
All right. So you have yourself a good aerobic time.
Did
go ahead and
Barnaby
roll
wake up
weird.
when I went out, or was I able to slip
Did you
out?
did you stop and check?
No.
Okay, you have no idea.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll weird for me.
Okay, that's just gonna be simple. 2 dice. 0 successes.
Okay.
I've
Nothing
never rolled a success on that.
Still haven't. Yep. Nothing particular catches your notice while you're out. You're just focused on your task. You come back, and as you enter the house, there is a massive goat-like form seated. You can smell coffee as you come in. And he's just sitting there on the couch, looks over at you as you come in the door, gives you a little bit of a nod, takes a sip from his mug.
Barnaby.
Morning.
No, morning was 4 hours ago. And I'll shut the door. She'll shut the door.
Mm-hmm.
She is head to toe just drenched in sweat, by the way.
Oh, yeah. No, standard comeback, absolutely plastered. But the morning sees everybody awaken. Any bashing damage you had is done, and everybody gets a willpower back. With the exception of Phage, who didn't have a full night's sleep, a whole bunch of interrupted night's sleep.
She's having a whole bunch of naps.
Doesn't
She's
count
only
for
down
willpower
one right now.
I only have 3 lethal now.
Yay. At this point, Liz would not have remembered last night because she was too tired, but she will let Lark know I borrowed your car to drive home with Butterfly. I drove. It's okay. The car is fine.
Give me an intelligence and composure -3 for Lark.
I'm gonna try to add willpower to this. 1 success.
1 success. All right. Oh, you spent a willpower on it?
No, I said I'm not even gonna try to add
okay.
willpower to this.
It would have been a -3 if you didn't.
I was gonna say it would have.
Oh,
it was
shoot!
Yeah.
I'm
If
sorry.
you did
Hold
spend a
on.
willpower, that roll would have been exactly as it came out.
Right.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. 1
Still
success.
Still 1 success. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Through the fog of just waking up and whatever emotion you get on reading this text from your motley mate, there's a errant thought that kind of worms its way across the back of your brain, just barely on the edge of your awareness. You were supposed to cancel an audition, and that's in an hour.
Oh, shoot. She calls her agent.
Okay. Let me see here. Hey, it's Goldstein.
Hey, it's Lark.
Yeah, are you all on the way?
No. So I was supposed to call you last night. Alana
Do
will not be at her
not tell-
audition.
Why do you always bring me bad news first thing on the weekend, sweetheart?
Okay, she got injured last night and she's
she
not
all
gonna
right?
be.
Wasn't on the
She-
face, was it?
it- No, it's not on the face.
Okay.
Thank you for
She-
your care. She needs rest. She can't dance in the condition that she is in right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. I also got injured. I passed out last night. I forgot to call.
Well, you sound all right, so that's good. And I think that's you sound like you're doing okay. And we can all right. You sure she can't drop in
Absolutely sure.
an extra hour? Sometimes just works wonders.
No.
Give me
I hate
a
it because it's accurate.
manipulation
100%.
and persuasion.
This is perfect. What are you talking about? No notes.
10 out of 10. Would watch again.
Shoot,
Look,
zero.
I
Did you
know-
want to put a willpower into
I
that
should
one?
have put a willpower on
I know
that.
you got shivved in the stomach, but could you just like put a band-aid on it and
I know. Yeah.
All right. Well, this
Not
ain't
being
gonna be
that
good for her
bad, though.
going forward. Early auditions reputation is a lot in this city. I'll smooth it over as best I can. No promises.
Okay.
Click.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, Lark, your morning's starting off great.
Mm-hmm. I see that text. Yeah. She's just gonna send this back we'll talk about it later. Glad you're safe.
Oh, those are the
Okay.
worst.
Yep.
Right over the head.
This is like perfect.
Yeah,
those are only the worst if you understand the meaning behind them.
exactly. Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is
Sure
bliss.
is frequently.
Exactly.
Then Lark will attempt to make her way downstairs in her current condition.
That will necessitate a roll from somebody who has been paying very close attention.
Very close attaché.
Yep. You make it to your door, and as it creaks open, you hear thump, 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 and Barnaby is upstairs. Morning.
Morning.
Coming downstairs, are we?
Yes.
All right. And you see him kind of looking at you. And he just goes, fuck it, and picks you up in a princess carry. But like kind of wide space so you don't bend your abdomen too much, you know? And just sidles you down the stairs and finds you a spot in the kitchen.
Princess Carrie with the arms locked underneath, so that you're
Yeah,
actually
yeah, kind of like that. So it's
bend.
more flat than bend. Yeah. Find you a comfortable spot in the living room, actually.
The more it's described, the more I'm incredibly amused at Akushin not being able to tell how injured Lark is. Because he's an elemental, or he's part elemental at least, and elementals just don't know.
Right? And they're like, oh yeah, right.
Butchered.
People.
Lark got
Bodies.
absolutely butchered in that
Yeah,
fight.
no, she was.
Like she didn't even really fight. She got attacked first, and it just.
And then she kind of had to just dip out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like with Nero. It's like I'm just fire, so I'm less fire today because I'm injured.
Get you situated and make sure that you have access to everything you need.
Is Alana down there?
Yeah.
Well, first thing she'll say is, okay, I forgot to cancel your audition last night.
Good.
I canceled it just now.
Halfway towards the door.
But Lana, don't even try it.
She'll just look at Barnaby.
Barnaby's getting coffee. So you can see Barnaby's back.
Barnaby, could I have a moment with Lana?
Sure. He'll set your coffee down and kind of sidle past Alana, which would be very difficult for him if Adele had not built this place with decently wide halls, the easier to weave through as you're day drunk. And makes his way out the front door and just shuts it behind him.
All right.
She's gonna unzip her jacket and then toss it to the side, just completely sweat drenched. Yeah. What?
First of all, I understand you're an adult. So you're going to drop this teenage angst that you have going on. I know that it has been rough. You're barely out, and you have literally been thrown into the lion's den, into a war that you did not ask to be part of.
That about sums it up.
Not to echo Barnaby, but you do have a choice. Because being part of this is going to take up the majority of your time. Not all of it, but the majority of your time. So currently, with what is going on, you need to make a choice. No matter what, you are part of this motley. And if you want to pursue your career, I'm going to support that. I understand that. I understand wanting to be part of the human world and not the changeling world. I've gone through that a lot myself lately. And I wish that you didn't have an ultimatum like this, but this is just where we are right now. And it sucks, but it's where we are.
Before you yell at me, I'm not leaving. She's gonna go over to the door, open it. Barnaby, get your ass inside.
Did he step outside or into another room?
No, he was out on the front stairs. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. He gets to his feet, drops a handful of, you know how you'll see like kids at a soccer field, they just pull up the grass.
Mm-hmm.
He's been doing that in the lawn, but he's been eating it. Drops the remainder of his, breakfast into the dirt. Always nice when a good restful night's sleep improves somebody's mood.
And she'll wait for him to sit by Lark.
Sits down. And he's going to need to roll a wits and empathy right now. What would he get on? Three successes. off of Alana.
On the surface, she seems fine. Underneath, heartbroken.
Okay.
You win. I give up. Changeling.
Lana, that's not what I meant. Don't give up. You can still pursue a career. You just have to understand it's going to be a lot more difficult.
Honestly, I'm tired of fighting it. I've tried looking into my past. I can't find a single member of my family. I spent weeks looking for Adelaide, and I just so happened to find her on accident. I need to just accept that I didn't get a chance to be part of the human world. And that's where I'm at. I'm I was, all intents and purposes, I designed myself for one thing. I'm only good at one thing. And I can't do that anymore. Because too many people, for some fucking reason, rely on me. So Changeling.
First of all, you are good at more than one thing. You probably just haven't had time to discover. Secondly, you can still do what you're good at. It's just going to have to be more secondary. Or you can use what you're good at to help.
You keep saying that, and nothing's come of it.
If I may, it's probably at this point that Lark gets a text from Phage.
What would it say?
It's also at this point that Alana gets a notification on her phone as well.
We both look at our phones.
Yeah.
The text from Phage says, "How well do you think you can handle an audition today?"
To me?
Yeah, to you. Because storyteller, one of the prime things that Phage spent after that first nap most of her time doing was combing through Spring for candidates for Lark's entitlement to send her way.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so you're not talking about Lark auditioning, but listen. Okay.
How
No.
specifically?
Right.
How well do you think you can handle running an audition?
Okay. Okay, that makes more sense. Lark,
Whereas, sorry, go ahead.
oh no, go ahead.
Alana, you've got an email.
Okay.
What up, Green Groves fans? Last minute announcement, schedule change. Some of our gigs in the Midwest have fallen through. We've contacted our venues further down the line, and several of them have had openings. Anybody in the Northern Maryland area will be in Reisterstown this coming week. Get hype. And then there's a link to the website where you can buy tickets.
I said her name too much.
Meanwhile, what does Lark respond to Phage?
Yeah, Lark will shoot back. As long as I can sit and barely move, I can do it.
I'll send him your way, if that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Lark's gonna have garage auditions.
Much nicer.
Amazing. Meanwhile, on the southern end of town, does Megan or Akujin wake up first, do you think?
Akujin.
Okay.
That's certainly an assumption that you can make.
Akujin
I will say
Akujin wasn't injured, didn't lose an eye recently, and is sleeping in an uncomfortable position.
Megan's gotten about an hour's sleep a night for a good long time. You misjudge the amount of trauma that she's living under right now.
I will say, if you guys want to roll off for it.
Sure.
All right. Whoever gets more on a resolve and stamina wakes up first. I feel like that's a decent dice pool for
That's
that.
fair. And both of our dice are going to fail us, so we're both going to get 0, and it's going to be like 2:00 in the afternoon.
Well, no, and in that case, obviously, it's whoever has the more letters in their name wakes up last.
So far, so good. Go on, roll a 0. Roll no successes.
3 successes.
All right. So Akujin is up a little earlier.
You broke the pact.
Now with Oathbreaker
Yes.
icons in his mien, apparently.
It took me so. Completely different thing. In Baldur's Gate 3, I'm playing an evil character that I decided to switch back to Paladin. It took me a lot longer than I thought it would to break my oath.
Did you say it would take it would be whoever had the most letters in their name wakes up last, knowing they have the same number of letters in their names?
No, Megan has fewer letters in her name, I think.
Yeah, Akujin has 6.
If you take both of their names, they both have 12 letters in their names.
Oh, well, I was thinking first name, but sure, whatever. So Akujin, you wake up, do whatever your morning routine is. Weather's nice,
Step
sunny
outside,
day.
smoke.
Right. Yep.
Oh, this is fully a smoking condo. This is.
Oh.
But we've already established until you are verbally told you can smoke in here.
I have a feeling that there was smoking done last night.
Okay. Regardless,
Wake up. It's less about
have
there
your
being
constitutional
a smoking
cigarette.
condo. It's less about it being a smoking condo and more about I can't watch for assault from inside.
As not quite as easily, it's true. But the sun is rising over the eastern shore. Clear day, beautiful blue sky, a little bit of dogwood bloom aroma in the air. It's a reasonably nice spring day. A little while later, Megan, you roll over. Everything hurts. The sun is too bright.
Yep.
This place smells weirdly of floral, slightly more than it should. But even you have to admit, it's a gorgeous day to kick some heads in down by UMBC.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we're going to close for the evening.
Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.